I'm going to put a lot of pressure on her today because I told her on the phone the other day that for somebody that doesn't work in public speaking, she is one of the great speakers I've ever met.
I just want to say thank you so very much for all your support and your love and your words of encouragement, your thoughts that you've shared with us, your memories, and your prayers. Thank you so much for all your prayers. That's what's really keeping us going, and so please continue those. When the Pom girls called me about what their plan was, I was so touched and moved by their compassion, their desire and their need to continue not only my Taylor's story, but their own, as well as you, Chaparral. When you see them dance, you'll see the passion that they have. But what separated them last Friday from every other team out on the floor was that they took out all the politics, they put aside their differences and their opinions, and they came together for a purpose and a cause. They left the competition element out of it, and they danced with their hearts, and that's what makes a champion. I know Taylor is so very, very proud. That afternoon the girls won. It was about rush hour traffic and the sun was beginning to set. There was this incredible sunset to the west, and then off to the east was this ginormous, huge harvest moon. I knew then that Taylor was very excited for them. Thank you, girls, for continuing to carry her light. I told the girls last week, Taylor's most favorite spot to see Christmas lights was on Main Street. You know, Parker and Main, where they have all the snowflakes and it's all lit up. But if one of those trees just had one light on it, we wouldn't even notice it. It takes the entire tree to be lit up. And that's what these girls are. They're a light, as well as you, the Chaparral family. And so it takes that whole thing to continue to carry on Taylor's light through social media, through conversations. I just can't thank you enough. The how of how Taylor's accident happened we'll never know. We know she wasn't texting. We know she wasn't talking on the phone. We know that she wasn't speeding or driving recklessly. We know there were no brake or skid marks. We know she wasn't under the influence of alcohol or drugs. And none of it really makes sense to us, and we'll never know. But what we do know is that from the moment we are born, Christ knows that very second that we will draw our last breath. I would encourage each and every one of you during this Christmas season to take some time and reflect your own life. What kind of legacy do you want to leave? What kind of impact do you want your life to make? I encourage you to love your grandma and grandpa a little bit more as they come for the holidays. Maybe mend fences with those that maybe you have a little bit of odd with, maybe a step-parent or a step-sibling. But most importantly, I would encourage you to tell your parents every single day that you love them. Live your life with no regrets, and live as though it's your last day. Don't leave anything unfinished. I'm going to step out of my box a little bit right now and do something that would just horrify my daughter. She's probably up there hiding right now in heaven. But we had done some straightening in her room. She was not a very good housekeeper, and so we've done some straightening in her room, and I happened to run across this, what I thought was a poem. And I thought, we knew she didn't write it, but we thought, wow, that she took the time, that she would copy it down, or she would, you know, write everything down. And so I want to share it with you. I'm not a rapper, but that's what this technically is. So I'm just going to talk really fast, but I want to give you the impression that I could be a rapper if I really practiced hard. need God's grace. And if you're desperate like housewives watching Days of Our Lives, you can't cope without hope, and that's no soap. And if you look into Oprah or Dr. Phil, you can chop nonstop or pop a pill. But the food won't fill and the pain won't kill until you love the one who's hung on the hill. Kicking back in your lazy boy chair, watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, nah, you ain't gonna find it there. No American Idol or Tribal Council has the final answer that will satisfy you. CSI, they don't have a clue. So I see you don't know what to do. Not the ER or the OC, there's nothing on the CD or MP3 that can save you or me. CNN doesn't have any good news. Here's the headline, you must choose. This is not a simple life. Paris Hilton, well, she walks on thin ice. Live it insane, you can be an apprentice for Donald Trump, Fear Factor, eat fast food from a dump. You can be a heavy hitter or a Wheel of Fortune winner, a Fox News spin spinner, or a flat-out sinner. But you better check this life you're living and make sure that your sins are forgiven. I bet you 50 Cent, Elvis, Kanye, and every Black-Eyed Pea, Gwen Stefani, P. Diddy, every Britney want to be on TV with their icy bling. Every Dixie chick that sings, they are all going to see the King of Kings. I don't care if you're J-Lo, Leno, or Bono. One thing you gotta know, someday you are gonna die, bro. Then where are you gonna go? Hey, I'm not talking some punk junk that is irrelevant like your G-Moss church from way back when. It is not like some preacher feature on TV that you need to be like inner listening. No, the real superstar is Jesus Christ. He is the way, He is the truth, and He is the life. And one day He is gonna split the sky. He is the brightest light in the highest tide. So what I came to tell you is don't buy that stupid stuff they be selling you. It is all designed to fill your head and waste your space until you're dead. Here's the bottom line of my rhyme. Give your life to God while there is time.
Okay, ladies, you're on. Come and take your spots.